Hello, hello. I'm back home in our backyard. I'm wearing a shirt that says "Hello Pumpkin" that my friend Hannah sent me. Isn't that adorable? And I want to talk to you about when you stop doing this one thing, that's when you actually are able to create memorable experiences with your kids. When you stop having too high of expectations and expecting too much perfection. I'm literally talking to myself right here, guys. Like, I expect a lot out of my kids. I expect a lot out of myself. I expect a lot out of my husband. I'm one of those people that is like, push through, do hard things, be up for the challenge, make it happen. You guys know me. Like, I'm not one to just like settle. Like, I'm one to build, create, expand. I'm a very expansive person. And it's been a challenge for me with my kids because if our expectations are too high, then we put pressure on our kids. And if we're not careful, we'll begin to control our kids instead of guide them. And then it's like so much stress. Like, it's like little goats running around and you're trying to like control them without offense. And like, it's really frustrating when they don't choose to like be under your control, like they're kids. So to like lead them and guide them instead of try to control them. But those high expectations, it will bring a lot of stress. So I have expectations of like how I think my kids should be able to act and how I want them to act. Like, we went shopping again today as a family. We spent hours in the car yesterday, but we got up this morning and Trey wanted to go out for breakfast. And then, okay, does anybody else's husband do this? Give me a thumbs up if your husband does not want to buy clothes for himself. My husband buys clothes for me. He buys clothes for the kids. He has been down to like 2 pairs of jeans and one of them had rips in them. And he wears jeans. He'll wear like nice, like casual outfits to tune his pianos in, like for his job. He used to wear like dress clothes and a tie. But then like he decided to go a little bit more casual. So he'll wear like button down shirts, like sweater vests, I don't know, just like nice shoes and jeans. But give me a thumbs up if your husband does not like to buy clothes for himself. If you get me. I mean, I know a few of my friends, like, their husbands don't like to buy clothes for themselves. I'm trying to think if there's like, do you have a husband that like does like to buy clothes for himself and go shopping? So anyway, it's not really the shopping experience. It's like he doesn't want to spend the money on himself. Anyway, we went shopping. Like I said, we went out to breakfast and then we went shopping as a family because he really, really, really needed jeans and a few other things. He needed some shoes. So that was like having 4 kids in the store. We didn't have a stroller, so we did rent one at the mall. They have like the $5 strollers, and then you get like $1 back or whatever. So 5 kids in the store. They're running around like crazy. One thing I'm realizing is we just went to like a country like breakfast buffet near us, and I'm learning that they put, I know Golden Corral does it. We were overhearing the associates say they add MSG to like all the food. And I'm wondering if this little mom and pop place does the same thing. I know a lot of restaurants add MSG, and that will key your kids up. And that will be a long lasting effect, like longer than sugar has on kids. So that's been a new thing to watch for MSG. So anyway, we were shopping with 4 kids, guys, in the mall, hyped up on something from breakfast, probably MSG that was added to the food, maybe the sugar in the food. Like, it was crazy. I had the choice where I could choose to be like, I am just gonna like lay into my kids and like, we're just leaving, we're just gonna be done shopping because they aren't behaving. Instead, I was like, I'm going to just embrace this and I'm not going to try to control it. I'm going to be the best mom and I'm going to guide them as well as I can. But shopping with 4 kids is going to be a little bit noisy, and it's going to involve a lot of movement because I don't want my kids to be like, and just like these sheep that just like fall in line. That's not what I want my kids to be like. I want my kids to be creative and like full of inspiration and ideas and possibilities and desiring adventure. And that's what I want my kids to be like. I don't want my kids to just be like the good kids that just like there's good kids and then there's good kids who are like zoned out. And I don't want my kids to be zoned out ever. So, yeah, we got back from our shopping trip and I was like, I started to get kind of like stressed in the store. And I was like, maybe this is just what like shopping with 4 kids looks like. I had to lower my expectations back down to reality. Instead of like expecting my kids to do something that's humanly impossible for them and then being really stressed and it being a really stressful experience. So we had a blast. Honestly, we had a blast shopping for Trey. We got all the things he needed. Well, not all of them. I am looking for a red men's cardigan. I want red or navy blue. Something really like Christmassy and wintry. Because I do like him in like a button-down shirt with a cardigan over it. So anyway, we found most of what we were looking for. So I just want to say with your kids, like you can ruin your experience with parenthood, with your shopping trips and your events you go to and this and that. Or you can be like, what if this is actually like what it looks like to do stuff with kids? What if it is like humanly impossible for them to calm down to the point that I think they should be able to calm down to? So yeah, I guided them as well as I could, but also I kind of just had more realistic expectations of what it could be okay for it to be like. So that's my tip of the day, guys. I don't want to go on too long. I don't want to keep you guys tied up with time, but adjust your expectations of your kids. Make sure they are not unrealistic. And maybe do some thought work around what is the experience I'm actually wanting to have in life. Is it okay for it to be memorable? Because memorable means like, memorable can sometimes be fun and sometimes memorable can be like chaos or a big accident. Edwin, when he was little, he was in a jumpy, like the jumpy things, and he pooped and his diaper leaked out all over his leg, all over the floor, and he was playing so happily. And then we looked down and we're like, oh my goodness, he's playing slip and slide in his poop. That was memorable. Like, I still love that memory. Was that easy or fun? No, that was a lot of work to clean up and it felt really gross. But we just let ourselves laugh about it and like, this must be what it's like to have like a 9-month-old in a little jumpy thing. Like sometimes we just overthink things and we get these high expectations of like, it should be this way. Should it? So anyway, that's my tip of the day. Drop in the comments what your takeaway was and let's keep this rolling, like an exchange back and forth. Like I just exchanged my time with you guys to give you that tip. Now you guys give me something back. Like give me some feedback. If any of this is hitting home. If you've ever traded memorable for stress. If you've been having too high of expectations. Let me know.